Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Trina, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the notebooks and journals that I have used or at least touched in the year 2023. If you notice a difference in like the lighting and the setup for today's video, I'm actually in a different room and it is almost nighttime. So this is like my first time actually filming, not using a natural light, so do bear with me. I will probably add a filter in during the edit. So I have like a mountain of notebooks here to my side that I'm going to be showing you today, and I will be dividing these according to how often I use them. And then by the end of the video, we're going to count how many I have used in 2023 because it is quite a hefty stack. I know it's kind of a bit too early to do this, like it's just October and there's still a few months into 2023, but I already know that I won't be adding any more notebooks to this roster, and we will count them up, see what worked and what didn't work, and we'll talk about it. So I have three little cuties here actually in front of you. Oh dear. I still don't know how to control the lighting for this, but anyway, these three probably are the notebooks that I have used the least in 2023. Two of them I have been using like for the past year, like last year, carried over to this year, and this small one is a new addition just recently. So the first one that I have here is just a simple Strathmore pocket notebook that I use as my medical history journal. So what I put in here, I won't be showing. I'll just explain. Inside are like old test results, old journaling of my experiences with different procedures, different therapies and such. And also I will probably add like phone numbers of my doctors, their clinics, their secretaries, and write them in here. So in the case of like my phone breaking down or whatever, at least I still have a list of contact details of my doctor, as well as like or when some certain medical condition happened, when it started. So this is this is a sometimes journal. I don't often use it, but when I do have like something to record in a medical aspect, I just put it in here. Next I have here, this is from year prior, 2022, and also 2023 is in here. I actually set this up as my what do you call this? This is my media tracker for Instagram and YouTube. Like when I count followers and such, I don't do that anymore. And also like track whether or not I post daily. I set this up like the end of 2022 thinking that I'm going to do this again. As you can see, I did none of those. I also divided this into like my anime and manga tracker. Like in the previous year, I did it this way. But I do have like my own notebook as well as a media journal for all of my anime and manga tracking. And I also divided this into another section, which is my gaming section. I basically wrote down all of the SSR cards that I have for Bungo Stray Dogs game. I also journaled a bit of like Genshin Impact in here, about the different like versions and such. I have photos here, and I also tracked like my 5-star polls, but I decided to abandon this notebook early on in January and decided to make a Genshin journal solely on its own. And I don't usually play Bungo Stray Dogs that much anymore anyway, so this notebook has been abandoned since the start of 2023. And the last one we have here is a 3-ring binder mini notebook I decided to do this like as a little journaling of all of my like favorite characters and such. Depends on what I plan on doing this or what I'm using this for. This is basically just a like a spur of the moment FOMO, because I have been watching a bunch of like vintage journaling, wherein they use like vintage style or aesthetic of ephemera, and they use these small 3-ring notebooks. I don't know if this is A7 or something, but it's the smallest one, and these are usually, you can see in like K-pop journaling, and also, as I've said, vintage ephemera collaging journaling. So I wanted one, and just out of the blue bought one, but I haven't done any spreads since this first page. So yeah, this will be something like a place where you could like play around with tiny stuff if there's nothing, like if you're too overwhelmed with like big notebooks. So yeah, those are the 3 tiny ones that I consider to not use as often, or like little to none usage for these 3. Now next we have here like a bigger chunk of my notebook stack for 2023, which is like my whenever journals. These I don't particularly have a time frame of when I use them. I use them whenever I like or whenever I have, and each have like a specific purpose for the journal. So I'm going to go through these like one by one, or a few sets, because these are, some are like sets. So I'm going to go through the easy ones first. These 2 are my 5-year journals that I had since 2019. I divided it into 2, not necessarily in the middle, but however the pages fit. So these will be retiring by the end of 2023, because they're going to be full, because that's the end of the 5 years. And yeah, I am very happy that I've done this, even though some of the entries here are like lackluster, or there's nothing going on, or sometimes if I don't write anything, I just put a washi tape over it. So this is like my makeshift 5-year journal, and I have learned quite a bit with my 5-year journals, to be completely honest. But yeah, I don't write in this every day. I do have a spread in my daily writing journal in the monthlies, wherein it is a 1 line a day. So basically what's in my 1 line a day is also written in here, but only in longer form. So yeah, my 5-year journals. And so next we have here is my YouTube journal. So everything that has to do with content creating is written in this journal, as well as keeping track of what I posted, like my content calendar, ideas, like tracking analytics and such, tracking goals, and also sometimes I do a bit of like collaging in between the months, just to fill out the space, and also like give myself some like creative freedom to do stuff. And that's why it's chunked up a bit, even though it's just content creating. So in the future, who knows, I might flip through this. I'm not sure, because some of the ideas that are in here are actually not done yet, or like something that I am looking forward to do for you guys. So whatever magic that happens in this channel is actually written in here. So that is also something that I don't write in every day, but I tend to go back and forth every time I have an idea. Next we have here is a stack of notebooks that are like that coexist, to be fancy about it. So these are my media journals. Specifically, you have seen these probably if you have been here in my channel. These are my anime review journals, number 4, and oops, that's not it. This used to be my Animal Crossing, so that's why. My anime review journal number 5, and this is number 4. I have completed this one. So this one is going to be, I'm sorry for the glare, this one is going to be retiring at the end of 2023, or actually retiring now, because I have anime review journal number 5. So this is going to the storage. And this is going to be carried over to 2024 because it's impossible for me to complete all of these missing pages in a span of like 2.5 months that is left in 2023. And this one is the companion to my anime review journal. These two usually go hand in hand. However, I haven't been using this quite a bit. The companion journal, the purpose of this is whenever I watch an anime, I sit down to write about it immediately. Because I tend to, for the amount of shows that I watch on a daily basis, I tend to forget details, names, and such. So I tend to write down feelings and like rant about stuff if I hate a certain anime. And yeah, it serves as like memory keeping as well for the shows that I've watched before I actually and eventually write concise review in my anime review journal. So I haven't been doing quite well with this, but I am still hopeful that I will put this to good use the next time I watch. Next we have here, this is actually my manga journal. This used to be my music journal in 2022, like writing down lyrics and such from favorite bands and artists, but I quickly did not continue with that, so I turned it on its back and now it's a manga journal, like how we read manga. So I have all of the manga that I have read all throughout. What's my first entry here? 2020, I also believe, is my first entry, and it's still going. There's still a few pages here before I retire this one, and to be completely honest, the rate of how slow manga completes, this will take a while. You'll be seeing this notebook in another Techo Kaigi in the future. And last of all of the media journals is my actual media journal, which I call it. This used to be my journal for like during the pandemic, like creative scrapbook of some sort. And I dropped that idea quickly and decided, since there is a bunch of like pages left in this journal, I decided to turn this into my media journal, wherein I could freely journal, because I post these on my Instagram, and I usually censor myself whenever I post on my Instagram in case someone is reading all of like my entries and don't want to get spoiled on certain shows that I recommend. So most of the shows that are in here are like those that I really recommend, and I tend to also write a lot of spoilers in. So I'm going to flip through this a bit, so if you don't want spoilers, don't read too much into it. So I freely do whatever I want in this and turn this into an actual anime media journal. And sometimes I also do this, which is like my tracking, which was from my previous notebook. I transferred it in here because this is basically my media anime journal anyway. So I track it in here. I also have some of my videos from in here in YouTube that I have posted previously for like my monthly anime challenge. So some of the spreads are in here as well that I use, and there's a bunch of stuff in here that I will fully flip through once all of the pages are completed. There's still like a bunch of pages here at the end that are still left to be filled, so probably you'll see this notebook as well in the next Techo Kaigi. And then we have a smaller stack here. This you have already seen if you have been here for quite a bit, for a few months. This is my commonplace junk journal in my jelly cover 6-ring binder, and also these are all of the inserts I put in like a storage just so to not bulk this jelly case up. Whenever the month ends, I take out all of the pages that are like very month specific from here and transferred it into the storage so I could keep it on my shelves. And then this is Genshin Volume 2. This is my Genshin journal that is almost going to be full, like only a few pages left. I think I could last until the end of the year. Probably I could probably squeeze it so that this whole journal houses 1 year of photos in Genshin Impact for me, as well as all of my pulls and such are in the back. So I'm going to be flipping through this as well at the end of the year, which is very exciting because I have so many stories in here that I am so excited to share. I basically have so many spreads here. Just sneak peek, I am free to be creative in all of like inside the photos of all of the stories and the moments that my friends and I took photos in Genshin Impact, and I am very much excited to share with you guys. And last we have here is my reading journal. This is basically new. When did I start this again? I started out with this is in August, which is started with me doing a reading vlog, and I have been reading quite a bit for the past few months, like 1 or 2 per month. And this is like my mini notebook just to ease into like the whole reading journal situation, and I'm pretty much enjoying it. I just put this in a like pouch with all of my sticky notes and annotations and markers and pens for reading, and just bring it along with me along with the book that I'm reading. So it's very convenient and very much everything that I need in one. Now we have finished with all of the whenever journals I use. Now we proceed to the ones that I was planning to or am actually using on a daily to weekly basis. And these are the notebooks that you have probably seen in this channel if you have been here for quite a bit. These are like my daily writing journals, my 365 journal, my weekly binders for my Cozy and Chaos series, and I'm going to go through this bit by bit because they're all chunky and all very much heavy. So for the weekly basis, I have my Cozy and Chaos like tracker. This is like just a calendar. This is like failed print calendar. I don't know why I bought this, but it was years ago when I got this, and like look at it. It's not even like properly stuck in. And like this is supposed to be what it looks like. So they opened it in the sample like this way. However, in the others, it's not that. So I was kind of disappointed I didn't use this, so I decided to use this for like my Cozy and Chaos tracker. Like whenever I have clips, I write it down on which date so that I could organize my videos for Cozy and Chaos. However, there are times wherein I used to be so diligent with this, but the time when I accidentally like misplaced this, I did not track for a few weeks, and I thought that it doesn't serve a purpose anymore. Like I don't really need this, to be perfectly honest, but it's still cute. It's still something that I enjoyed using for the time. So I might not bring this over to 2024 if I'm being honest, because I find no purpose in it. Next we have here is my weekly memory keeping. Like these are all stuff that I have that happened on a specific day. However, I was planning on using another one of this, which my best friend gave to me for my birthday. Like these are just notepads of like weekly planners and such that I just decorated and wrote what happened on a certain day just for memory keeping sake, and also like a bit of like creativity and such. However, I noticed that since I tore a bit of the pages here previously when I was using it, I don't know if it could be seen, but I did tore a bit of the notepads in here. It kind of like it doesn't hold the pages well. As you can see, it's tearing off. So I'm doubting, or like I'm second guessing myself if whether or not I'm going to use that other one, because it's brand new. The reason why this is falling apart is probably me tearing out bits and pieces here and there when I was using this for college. So probably the new one would hold, but as for this one, I'm being super careful because it's super fragile now. But it's only like a few more weeks into 2023, so might as well just finish what we have started. And then we have here my weekly binder for my Cozy and Chaos. I memory keep in this journal every week since the first of the month. And I do have 2022 here at the back and 2023 here at the front, which means after 2023 this is also retiring, and I'm going to be using another binder for next year. And this is a very heavy, to be completely honest, and I'm very much enjoying how chunky it got. And I'm just happy. I'm just very happy to see notebooks getting used up and then retiring at the end of the year once everything is finished. You all have probably seen my 365 journal. I just placed like an elastic headband of Barbie. I needed the elastic to hold it in place because look out how chunky this has become. And yeah, even though I enjoyed this quite a bit this year, I struggled with my 365 journal quite a bit with like maintaining and like keeping up with all of the pages. And then we have here my daily writing journals. This was the first half of 2023 that is so full, and also breaking apart just in January. I do have a video of it breaking apart in my channel. I kept that clip there. And also this is for the second half of 2023, and also the companion journal wherein I wrote all of my daily writings in here, and then keep all of my monthlies in here because there's only just a little bit of space left for this journal, that I plan to keep all of the monthlies in one notebook instead of scattering them. So yeah, those are all of the notebooks that I have for the dailies and the weekly journals. This is the only way I could fit them all in frame. But yeah, all in all, I have here 22 notebooks in front of you, which is massive. I am going to be retiring 13 of them, and 9 of them will be carried over to 2024 if I plan to do so. I'm still thinking about it, and I'm not quite ready for like my Techo Kaigi for 2024, but hopefully next year I don't want to see over 20 journals in my stack. This is very much so overwhelming for me, and this is like a massive stack. So let me know down in the comments how many journals have you been using in 2023, and has it been working for you? Because some of these I am retiring because they have not been working, and I'm trying to like cut down on all of the notebooks that I will be using for the next year. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and for looking through all of the journals that I've used. And I hope you found inspiration or like ideas for your own journals and how to use them. So yeah, thank you so much again for hanging out, and I will see you in the next video. So until then guys, take care and bye.